After learning all these formulas, now it is time to check who is good for index number, because we have to do adequate test to check which formula is more appropriate for index number chapter, or who is the best formula out of all the index number formula. For that, we have to do 4 different kind of tests. There are 4 types. There are 4 types of test. Starting from the first one, unit test. Obviously, test or exam, one would ask the same question: how much I should get to pass the test? Here, the criteria for passing unit test is they should not have unit. If you have unit, you will fail unit test. If you do not have unit, you will pass unit test. Consider yourself as one of the formula which I was defining a minute ago. I was defining so many formulas, and you consider yourself as one of the formula and think, do you have units after the calculation? Obviously not, because most of the formulas in which I was multiplying P0 or P1 to Q0 or Q1. So when I am multiplying this price and quantity, actually it smashes each other's units and units will be lost. But the primary formula, what I wrote in the starting, that is simple aggregate index number, actually there I am not multiplying P0 to any other different quantity. So it stays as price in the numerator and also price in the denominator. And one more factor you have to understand when you are doing test for any index number formula, there the into 100 what I am taking for these formulas, that into 100 should not be considered when I am doing the test for such index number formulas. So there is no into 100. So what remains there is only P0 divided by P1 or P1 divided by P0. So except simple aggregate index number, all other formulas will pass unit test, just because in all other formula multiplying price to quantity where the units will be lost. But here the simple aggregate index number remains as price divided by price or quantity divided by quantity. So that will fail the unit test. The simple aggregate index number will fail unit test. All other index number will pass unit test. So now the second one. Yeah, the second one is time reversal test. Go to the next test in your material, what you are having in your hand. So in that material, they have given a small explanation about time reversal test. Let me also give you the same explanation, but slightly in different manner. Take any one formula, say simple aggregative or last year's, past year's, Bowley's, Marshall-Edworth, anything. You take any formula and multiply that formula to itself. You take any formula and multiply that formula to itself. Then you may ask, sir, is it square of the same formula? No, it is not square. It is not multiplying to itself. So this is the same formula, but what is the change from this formula to this formula is, wherever there is 0, here I get 1, and wherever there is 1, here I get 0. So the same formula multiplying to itself, but in the place of 0 there is 1 here, and in the place of 1 there is 0. And if I get the answer as 1 or the unity, then it will pass time reversal test. So that means I can put it in a better fashion line. That would be, I take any formula and I change 0 to 1 and 1 to 0 in all the available places in the formula, and that formula turns out to be the reciprocal of the original one. What did I say? You take a formula and you change 0 to 1 and 1 to 0 in all the available places in the formula, then the resulting formula will be the reciprocal of the original formula. Then it will pass time reversal test, or else it will fail time reversal test. You may be asked how to check whether a formula will pass time reversal test. So let's take an example. Let's take Marshall-Edworth index number. So what is the formula of Marshall-Edworth index number, or in short today we are calling it as min. So what is the formula? Summation P1 divided by summation P0. Hope you remember. Summation P1 divided by summation P naught. So here I am taking ln ka numerator and ln ka denominator. So in ln I was giving weight as Q naught. So I will take Q naught and Q naught. Here I am taking numerator and denominator of pin, that is past years. So I am taking weight Q1 and Q1. Into 100 should not be taken because as I was saying earlier, I am doing test. Well, I am doing test, the formula is not coming with into 100. So now I will take the same formula, I will take P01, I will take this formula. And I am multiplying to itself. But what is the change from this to this? From this to this, the only change is wherever there is 1, there will be 0. Wherever there is 0, there will be 1. And now, watch carefully. Now there goes 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. So actually I can cancel here to here and here to here. So what I get is 1. So Marshall-Edworth index number is passing time reversal test because I take Marshall-Edworth index number and I multiply to Marshall-Edworth index number itself. But what the change I did, from wherever there is 0 here, I made it 1, wherever there is 1 here, I made it 0, and this turned out to be a reciprocal of this one, and I got the result as 1. Hence, it is a proof that Marshall-Edworth index number will pass unit test, time reversal test. Once again, how do we pass unit test? You should be independent of units. You should not contain any units. Now, how to pass time reversal test? You take a formula and you change the 0 to 1 and 1 to 0, and the resulting formula is the reciprocal of original formula. Then it will pass time reversal test, or else it will fail time reversal test. So, note down people, Marshall-Edworth index number and Fisher's index number will pass time reversal test, and obviously what we call it as last year's index number, past year's index number and Bowley's index number, these people gonna fail the time reversal test. The next test, the third one, it is called factor reversal test. In short, it is called FRT. Don't read it as a word, you know why. But coming back to the point, this is called factor reversal test. So what does factor reversal test means? This is similar by procedure comparing to time reversal test, but the only difference is there I was reversing time, here I am reversing the, obviously you would expect it, factor. So that is why it is called factor reversing test. There are two types of time intervals what we exchanged in time reversal test, that was 0 and 1. In factor reversal test, I am going to interchange two important factors, that is Q and P. So what are the two factors we use in the entire index number? P and Q. And what are the two time elements we are going to use in the entire index number? 0 and 1, where 0 represents the base and 1 represents the current. Here P represents the factor price and Q represents the factor quantity. So what is factor reversal test? I take any formula as I was saying before, len, pen, ben, min, fin. I know the shortcuts might sound funny, but it's an easy way to remember, and there is nothing wrong when you simplify the concept for remembering in a better manner. So you take any formula and multiply the formula to itself. And be sure wherever there is 0, there will be 0, wherever there is 1, there will be 1. There won't be change like in time elements, like in time reversal test. The time elements will be exactly same, but what changes is in the place of P, Q will come, and in the place of Q, P will come. So I am exchanging P to Q and Q to P, then it will be in the format ready for multiplication, and after multiplication if I get value index number. So what is the formula for value index number? Summation P1 Q1 divided by summation P0 Q0 is nothing but value index number. Summation P1 Q1 divided by summation P naught Q naught. This is also called as true value ratio. What, my friends? True value ratio. The value index number sometimes also been represented as V1 divided by V naught, because it is giving you the the total expenditure I am doing in the particular current year, and here the total expenditure I did in the particular year with the base year quantity. Here I am using current year quantity. So it is giving you actual value change, how much expenditure you have did and what is the difference or the change in expenditure in 2 years is given by value index number. So we can take one formula as example and check how the factor reversal test work. We can put one formula to test. Let's take the example of Fisher's index number. Fisher's index number, or in short PIN, the formula is square root of summation P1 divided by summation P naught into summation P1 divided by summation P naught. In last case, what is the weight? Q naught and Q naught. And past years, what is the weight? Q1 and Q1. So let's multiply fin into fin itself. But what is the difference between this formula to this formula? Here, wherever there is P, there will be Q here. Wherever there is Q here, there will be P the other side. So if I take this formula, summation P1 Q naught divided by summation P naught Q naught into summation P1 Q1 divided by summation P naught Q1 is multiplied to summation Q1 P naught divided by summation Q naught P naught into summation Q1 P1 divided by summation Q naught P1. So you can watch carefully. P became Q, Q became P. 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 But all the 0 and 1s are same. You can check. So that's how I am changing. I'm taking the same formula to the other side. But what is the change? Wherever there is P, there is Q this side, and wherever there is Q, there is P this side. And obviously there is square root for this also. So I'm taking the powers same. So in the indices chapter, you would have learnt it. X to the power of A into y to the power of A, then x into y whole power A will come. So x to the power of 1 by 2 and y to the power of 1 by 2 whole to the power of 1 by 2 I can take. So I am putting 1 square root for both the formulas, since there is multiplication in between. If there would have been addition, I wouldn't have done this, but since there is multiplication, that will allow me to do this joining of square root for two different numbers. So if you watch again carefully, there is P1 Q naught, there is P1 Q naught. So this value and this value I can cancel, and also I have P naught Q1 and I have P naught Q1 here. So this value and this value I can cancel, and what remains is P1 Q1, P1 Q1, P naught Q naught, P naught Q naught. So this will turn itself as root of summation P1 Q1 divided by summation P naught Q naught whole square, which will get cancelled. So what remains is summation P1 Q1 divided by summation P naught Q naught, which is value index number, what I had asked. Now you should get before, after solving the factor reversal test. If you are getting value index number, then that formula has passed the factor reversal test. So what I did, I took the FINCA formula, the same formula, and I multiplied to itself, where changing Q to P, P to Q, and in the process of simplification, I got the square value and square value in the denominator, that I took the square together, I cancelled with the square root, and I have got value index number as the result, which clearly says Fishers will pass the factor reversal test. You may get this question. So which are the other formulas which is gonna pass factor reversal test? Sadly, none of the other formulas. Only Fisher's index number will pass factor reversal test. All the other formulas will fail factor reversal test. And this is one of the characteristic where Fisher's index number is different than all other index number. So in factor reversal test, we are considering geometric mean, and geometric mean is the ideal average for ratios and percentages. And what did I explain? What did I explain about index number? Index number is a ratio which is expressed as percentages, and geometric mean is the ideal average for ratios and percentages. Even in factor reversal test, what you are using is geometric mean. Actually, when we used the same formula for multiplying, the same geometric mean applied here also, which is giving me the value index number. Hence, this is one of the important tests, because this clearly shows us how important is geometric mean for index number, and which is the important criteria which made the Fisher's index number as the ideal index number. Here we go to the fourth test, that is circular test, and circular test is the extension of time reversal test. When I say this, people get confused. So what is this extension? You are saying the index number meant is only to compare 2-year ka data. Yeah, we can compare only 2-year ka data at once, but we can extend it. I am saying extending, not complicating. I am not complicating the formula here in this test. We are just extending. For a simple example, say I am taking these 3 years, 2000, 2005 and 2010. Imagine from here to here, the price doubled. If it was 100 rupees here, here it will be 200. From here to here, the price tripled. So what do you think when I compare this value to this value? This value will be 1/6 of this value. You should see where the arrow mark is heading. I said from here to here it will double. So arrow mark is here. So this value ka double is this value. So I am writing. So base here is always the comparison for the number I write. Base here is the comparison for the number I write. Base here. This value's 1/6 value is this. That is what I am saying. So if I represent this time as 0 and this I represent as 1 and this I represent as 2, then obviously P01 into P01 I wrote P01, then P12 into P20 is nothing but 2 into 3 into 1/6, that is nothing but 1. So it is P01 into P12 into P20. If this value is coming 1, then it will pass circular test, or else it will fail circular test. You may ask, who will pass circular test? Actually, none of the formula what I have explained till now will pass circular test. The circular test is passed by simple geometric mean of price relatives and Kelly's weighted method, and it is not even passed by any of the formulas like Lin, Pin, Bin, Fin, Min, or what we call it as Laspier's, Pastier's, Bowley's, Marshall-Edworth and Fisher's. None of these formulas will be passing this circular test. Only simple geometric mean of price relatives and Cayley's with fixed weight will pass circular test. All the other formulas will fail circular test.